Now that Age of Imprisonment is out and we know the faces and names of the ancient sages seen in the Dragon Tear memories and Tears of the Kingdom, I want to compare the designs in the two games and see how much they were changed between Tears of the Kingdom and Age of Imprisonment. So a lot of people don't know this, but the sages in Tears of the Kingdom actually have varying degrees of faces modeled underneath the masks, even though we never see them without their masks on in TOTK. The Goron sage, Agriston, is the hardest to compare because he's the only one that had absolutely nothing modeled under the mask, so all we can see is that the beard is pretty much the same. Then we have Rafika, the Rito sage who is mostly modeled in TOTK, but he's missing eyes. From this, we can see that his face and his ponytail in the back are pretty much identical in both games, the only difference being the lack of his swirly pompadour hair. Then the Zora sage, Kia, is modeled a little bit more. She's missing the narwhal horn obviously, but the big difference that stood out to me is that her eyes were much larger in Tears of the Kingdom, and her facial structure changed a bit, with her mouth and jaw moving lower down in Age of Imprisonment. I think these changes are great, I love her design. And finally we have the Gerudo sage, Artie. Her face shape remained mostly the same, but they swapped out the classic Gerudo eye shape and brow line for a softer and kind of sadder look, along with adding the little hair swoop. I also love her design. The only way her design could be better is if she looked like Burra.